At first glance, this coin looks like nothing more than spare change, the kind you might find at the bottom of a pocket or forgotten in a drawer. The 1 grosz coin from Poland dated 2000 is small, light, and modest in design, created to be used every day without a second thought. Millions of people handled coins like this while buying bread, newspapers, or bus tickets, never imagining that one day it could become the subject of intense curiosity and fascination. Yet sometimes the most ordinary objects carry the most unexpected stories, and this coin is a perfect example of that quiet mystery. The year 2000 was a symbolic moment around the world. A new millennium had arrived, and many countries were producing coins that marked this period, even if only by date. In Poland, the 1 grosz continued its role as the lowest denomination, practical and uncelebrated. It featured the familiar national design, clean and simple, reflecting stability rather than extravagance. Because of its low value, few people thought to preserve it in perfect condition. Most were circulated heavily, scratched, worn, and eventually forgotten. That is exactly why certain examples from this year began to stand out over time. Collectors are drawn not only to beauty, but to rarity, errors, and stories. With the 1 grosz 2000 coin, attention grew around small details that most people would never notice. Differences in metal composition, unusual minting marks, alignment variations, or production mistakes turned a basic coin into something unique. When collectors realized that only a tiny number of these coins shared the same unusual traits, interest exploded. What had once been overlooked suddenly became hunted, searched for in old collections, family savings, and even childhood piggy banks. What makes this coin especially fascinating is the contrast between its appearance and its reputation. It does not shine like gold or carry the weight of silver. It does not announce importance through size or decoration. Instead, its power lies in the idea that value is not always obvious. One small difference, one rare detail, can completely change how an object is seen. This idea captures the imagination of viewers, because it makes them wonder what they might already own without realizing its significance. Stories began to circulate about people discovering this coin by accident. Someone checking old coins out of curiosity, another inheriting a small collection from a relative, or a casual hobbyist learning to look more closely. These stories fuel excitement because they feel possible. Unlike legendary treasures locked away in museums, this coin once lived in everyday circulation. That sense of accessibility keeps audiences engaged, imagining that they too could stumble upon something extraordinary in the most ordinary place. The 1 grosz 2000 coin also represents a wider truth about history and time. Objects gain meaning as years pass. What seems common today can become rare tomorrow, not because it changes, but because the world around it does. Coins are witnesses to daily life, to economies, to habits that fade away. When people look at this coin now, they are not just seeing metal, they are seeing a frozen moment from a turning point in time, preserved in the smallest possible form. For viewers, this story is attractive because it combines mystery, hope, and surprise. It challenges the idea that value must be obvious or immediate. It invites curiosity and rewards attention to detail. It also reminds people that history is not only found in grand monuments or famous artworks, but in the quiet objects we touch every day. A single coin can carry decades of movement, trade, and human connection. As interest continues to grow, the legend of this coin becomes stronger. Whether viewed as a collector's dream, a historical curiosity, or a symbol of hidden potential, it captures attention without needing to shout. It simply exists, small and unassuming, waiting for someone to look closely enough. And when they do, they may realize that what they are holding is far more than pocket change. Estimated value today, 8.5 million.